I lived in a living room for entire 1 year after coming to Canada. Hello everyone and welcome back to This in Canada. Firstly, I want to thank each and everyone for subscribing to my channel. We reached 123 subscribers as of the recording day today, and I'm so blessed and so happy that you guys subscribe to my channel. It's not a big milestone, it's not a huge milestone, and you probably will laugh at me later on, but it's okay, it means a lot to me. So in order to thank you guys, in this video I really want to share why I made this channel, my journey of an international student in Canada, my experience, my journey with you guys. I want all of you guys to feel motivated by end of the video. If you will come to Canada, there will be struggles, but there will be good days after all these struggles, and it will be worthwhile. 14, I completed my bachelor's of technology in electrical engineering. By June, everything was done, and after that I started thinking, what should I do? I did got a job through on-campus placement, but I didn't want to join that company, so I started thinking, what should I do next? I really wanted to do masters, but I wasn't sure should I do it in India or abroad, or where should I do. So I started planning. I gave my GRE because initially I thought I will go to USA, but later on I found out that USA is expensive for studies, and also getting permanent residency is difficult over there. So I switched over to Canada. I gave IELTS. I already had GRE score, but for 1 year neither my parents nor me were mentally prepared that I will go to Canada or any other country to study abroad. And the reason was that in my entire family, mere daad ke, naan ke, my maternal paternal side, none of my cousin or none of my relative ever came to any country abroad for. So I was the first one in my entire family to come to Canada for studies or to come to abroad for international studies. Nobody ever came to, I never saw anybody to leave India and go study abroad. So it was a new concept for me, very new concept. For you it might be like, it's okay, many students go abroad for study, but for me it was far from reality that students actually go to abroad, settle there, work there, get permanent residency there. But eventually we knew that it was the right step to come to Canada for better life, for better education. By 2014 December, I started applying to universities, and I got my first offer letter in March 2015, and after a few months I got my offer letter from University of Waterloo, and I accepted that offer letter. So the very first reason why I made this channel was to help each and every one of you, because I know how overwhelming and scary it is to leave your home, leave your country and come to abroad for international studies. It's very scary. I didn't know anybody in Canada. None of my friends were in Canada, or none of my friends applied with me in Canada. And in University of Waterloo in masters, there were not many Desi people, so it was very difficult to adjust. So how it feels, I know there are many other successful, very informative channels telling about international studies, and I want to tell you guys that you should listen and take advice from each and every one of them, but do what your heart says. Always do what your heart says. I also want to use this platform because every person have their own experience. If you will come to Canada, you will have your own experience. You will have your, and I have my own struggle and my own experience, and I really want to share with you. And I know there are so many people out there who don't have many relatives or family in Canada, and after that lots of my cousins came to Canada for studies, and I'm so happy they came to Canada. And not only my cousin but my distant relative, they talk to, especially girls, because they want to come to Canada and they don't have any. And I thought, why not to have my own channel where I can talk to so many people and help them out if they have any questions. So that's why I reply to each and every comment. Now let's get back to my story. I'm sorry I talk a lot and I get distracted while talking, but I will keep that in mind. And moving forward, I came to Canada. So from India, I started connecting with few girls who are coming to University of Waterloo. So here's a tip for you guys. If you're coming coming to Canada and you don't know anybody, start finding people through Facebook group. I founded my first 3 roommates through Facebook group. I connected with them on the Facebook, and later on there was WhatsApp group, and that's how I met my first 3 roommates. I connected with them and we collectively found an apartment in Kitchener. So I mentioned that I found 3 roommates through Facebook. We decided that we will find a 2-bedroom apartment, and in 1 bedroom 2 girls will live, so we will share the room. What happened at very last moment, when we found the apartment, the 3rd girl said she want her private room, so she want her entire separate room. We were looking for 2-bedroom apartment and we found a 2-bedroom apartment. I don't know anybody there, and that 3rd girl is saying that she want her private room because she want the privacy, which is very okay for me. But the thing is that she should have told me earlier. So what happened? I was left out. I didn't have any place to go. So eventually I have to adjust in living room. And that's how I stayed in living room for 1 year. I didn't have any room, and we signed the lease for 1 year, and giving rent at 2 places was not in my budget. I didn't have courage to speak up. I'm an introvert person and I didn't know anybody here. So I stayed in the living room for 1 year. It was very difficult. Kitchen is beside the living room. There's so much disturbance, and I will be very honest with you guys. I never told to anyone except for my parents. They only know that. And I used to run when I made friends in University of Waterloo. I used to hesitate to invite to my home because I felt embarrassed that I was living in a living room. So that 1 year was very difficult, especially during exam time when there was so much disturbance. Anybody would cook in the kitchen. I used to get disturbed. I can't sleep because somebody is cooking in the kitchen. I can't study because somebody is cooking in the kitchen. It was very difficult time. My mistake was that I didn't have much courage to find an apartment on my own from first time. Don't think that I'm saying that your roommates would be very bad. Some roommates are good, some roommates are not. So you have to adjust. You really have to adjust, and you have to find your way out. You will get good roommates, you will not get. Your life doesn't depend on your roommates. So that's the reason I made that video, how to find an apartment if you don't know anybody in Canada. That's the only reason, because I don't want anybody else to suffer. But in 1 year, I knew things. The city, I knew Waterloo, I knew how to find an apartment. So after 1 year, I found a beautiful apartment. It was a student housing apartment. I had wonderful roommates. I say you to find student housing apartment because they are more private. The rooms are more private. Very good. It was like a luxury apartment, but within my budget. So I worked very hard during my part-time jobs. I used to take extra shifts. But whatever happened in the past, it made me stronger. It made me more confident. It made me extrovert, and that's how I want you guys to be. I want you guys to be motivated that many struggles will come in your student life, but you don't have to be discouraged or demotivated, and you have to keep going on because there is light at the end of the tunnel, and even the result of your struggle. Still, till date, I don't think that my struggle was too big. I had my fair share of struggle, but they are not big like many other students who have more struggles than what I had. And yes, so 1 year passed by, so I completed my 2 terms. I had difficulty in selecting the courses. Courses I selected from India. When I came here, I got to know that they are PhD level courses. One of the courses was PhD level, and as an idiot, I'm sticking to that course even after attending the classes. And I changed my course after 1 month, and the new course I took had the midterm after 1 week. And then in 1 week, I prepared a lot for my examination and I scored good. I'm an average student, so that score was good for me. And second term was winter term. I came in fall term and I took 3 courses in that. I decided that I have to complete my education in 3 terms. I'm not gonna spend extra fees on 4th term. So I decided that I will complete my studies in 3 terms. So after winter term, I took the summer off, and then came the another fall term, and I completed my masters in that. I took accounting and finance courses as well because I have masters in engineering as well as business entrepreneurship diploma diploma certificate. So I even took accounting and finance in my master's, and after I completed my master, till the time I found my job, I worked around 14 to 15 hours a day. I used to work 2 part-time jobs. One was at Tim Horton, the other was at Walmart. So both were standing. So after that I applied PR, which again would be a different story. If I will cover in this video, then this video will be very long and I will go on. So that was some highlights of my student life. So I didn't cover everything because frankly I don't know if you really want to listen to my stories or not. End of the video, I think you are motivated enough. Now I live in a beautiful 1-bedroom apartment after getting full-time job. But at the end, I want you guys to feel motivated. If you will come to Canada, you will not regret it. It's a wonderful country. There are a lot of opportunities in Canada. If you work hard, you have to face some struggles, you have to face some obstacles, but at the end, life is beautiful. And please subscribe to this channel, like this video. Till then, goodbye and take care.